Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Hello. What kind of a year have yous had? Me? Oh Jesus, I've had a hell of a year. It all started in January, a time when we clergy are supposed to be able to put our feet up after all that Christmas carry on and stuff, you know. Well, it came to pass that a wee smart ass in Bethlehem went and discovered the house that our 2,000 years ago used to be occupied by the four evangelists, Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Whereupon, subsequently, therein was discovered 3 bundles of letters, or epistles as they're known in the trade. One big bundle of letters, one middle-sized bundle, and one wee one. So instead of having a nice wee holiday, we clergy have never had a minute's peace since, having to constantly give yous, the public, the benefit of our theological expertness. Well, when they opened the top of the biggest bundle of letters, they found what is now known worldwide as Matthew's first letter to the Colossians. The Colossians being the people of the land of Cos, a wee isolated Eurian country in fact, well known for its hard-working people, its dedication to learning, and the unrivalled brilliance of its linguists. Now, the author himself entitled this letter Matthew's Musings, though historians have since ascertained and been able to tell us it was first referred to by the Colossians as Matthew's Confusings, given that they couldn't understand a single word he was saying. Subsequently, it transpired, when they finally could understand, it became known as Matthew's Abusings, because the Colossians thought that the wee evangelist was getting just a wee bit ahead of himself, developing a wee bit of a God complex. For example, he decided to go and invent 2 new commandments. Commandment number 11, thou shalt keep thy door open, followed swiftly by commandment number 12, thou shalt keep thy trap shut. Historians have speculated, in fact, whether it may even have been Matthew himself who inspired the mysterious character referred to in contemporary literature at the time as that dirty wee yellow hard-hatted big boss man. Well, just like you wait for hours for a bus and then 2 come along at the same time, you wait thousands of years for a new letter for an evangelist, and then hundreds come at once, and here all were entitled Matthew's Musings. Ye'll have gathered, of the 3 bundles of letters, his was the biggest. But the Lord works in mysterious ways, and suddenly, without any warning, it appears that Matthew just vanished from the planet. Nobody knows exactly if this constituted a godlike ascension into heaven, or a ranger's-like descension into oblivion. But either way, it was a case of now you see him, now you don't. It has been demonstrated that in the brief period following Matthew's departure, social indicators of well-being and the average life expectancy of adult Caucasians were seen to rise dramatically. And curiously, it was just at this time, when the existence of the first Wizard of Oz became noted, that the famous Dorothy walked down the yellow brick road to Cos in search of a new lion. Anyway, just as we clergy and historians thought we were getting a handle on all this kind of stuff, we opened the middle-sized bundle of letters to discover, in fact, that there weren't only 4 evangelists after all. There were actually 5. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John and Rab. And the second bundle of letters, a bit smaller than Matthew's, were all for this new evangelist Rab. Now, it appears that Rab was a different kettle full of haddock altogether for Matthew. And at first, the Caucasians seemed contented with spiritual guidance, albeit allegedly. When he came to visit them, they could barely see his face above the table. But there were some peculiarities associated with this period of history, when Rab was the dominant evangelist. This was a time where environmental crises stalked the planet. Earth campaigners were everywhere, and the Green Movement seemed to capture what we intellectuals call the zeitgeist. But just at the height of their popularity, Rab went and issued, just like Matthew before him, another new commandment, and this declared thou shalt never, ever, under any circumstances, be heard to utter the word green. And from that point on, environmental campaigners had to be referred to as the Blue Movement. Though the truth be told, historians still don't understand what was going on. Concurrently, there were changes taking place in culture and the English language at the time. For example, evidence suggests that it was at this time that the terms therapist and psychiatrist first came into use. Also, in the literature of the day, there exists a preponderance of phrases such as I'm no paranoid, am I? Am I really? Oh no, I'm orny. Which, in turn, provoked a counter-series of responses like oh aye, ye are. And this call and response pattern of oh no, I'm orny, oh aye, ye are, was a direct descendant of our modern day pantomime. In fact, the word pantomime is the one most associated with Rab in that particular time. Now, 2 other phrases tracing their roots to Rab's letters to the Caucasians were the musical double salutation of hello, hello, and the ever popular expression, forever associated with Rab, of are there any birds? But it would appear that Rab was never actually meant to be an evangelist in the first place, and he eventually wandered off and gave up the ghost. Was he appreciated? Well, in the words of one of his heroes, maybe's aye, maybe's no. Now, these new Gospels of Matthew and Rab recounted other strange events too. That one particular Caucasian, for example, known as the fourth wise man, reputedly was seen wandering about the Holy Land looking lost, did this man go to Palestine? Did he actually exist? Oh aye, he did. Oh no, he didn't. And there were a number of letters that hadn't gone out anywhere. They were stamped with the saying return to sender. And apparently, these just never made it to their destination of Bell's Hill, a rural Gaussian outpost. For the newly privatised posties claimed that the wages just weren't worth the risk. And in darker times, it was rumoured that even the quietest, even the politest and most cultured, art-loving of all Gaussians was driven to think some terrible sweary words on occasions, though as yet there is no documentation of these thoughts being translated into public utterances. And that's where we are the day. We're just about to open the third bundle of letters, the wee one, but we've no idea what's going to be in them. I just hope that whatever it is, I can stop doing as much work now and maybe get a wee rest for a change, pick my feet up, and I hope yous can too. Good night and have a good new year. Oh, Jesus, thank God that's out.